regular podcast.
Podcast.
As soon as my voice actually starts going away, and this is so bad. Oh, okay.
Only
there.
13 minutes late.
Shut up! We're not getting any better, but we're trying.
Are we?
Mason, you are like the most out of the screen right now.
He's unimportant.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the camera goes
Tag.
there.
Yeah, the tag does not like to go into the shirt.
I will make the tag go into the shirt.
That's what she
you
said.
can try, but
What
yeah,
tag? What?
that's a thing.
Okay.
So, welcome to episode 158 of the Crack Brain Podcast. I'm your primary host, Stefan. Joining me today, we're going to do the same way we did our mic reads.
I'm Carly, and Brandon can suck my nuts. That way?
Okay, that's the way.
I'm Candace, not feeling super great, so I have a mask on.
I'm Tyler. And Carly can...
I
fucked that up.
Carly can get her nuts sucked by Brandon. And I'm Ethan.
Yes.
Hello, I am Mason. I thought he was next, but I was
I
wrong.
am Mason. I am a robot.
I'd be cooler that way, for sure.
Would you?
I'm Brandon, and my nuts are, I don't know.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not being sucked. They haven't been sucked, and we're not going to go farther into it.
Well, you're wearing the blue shirt.
Yeah! What's wrong with the blue shirt?
He's saying they...
Hey,
matching-
together, you guys make one blue balls.
Hey!
I'm glad you got where I was headed.
Got you, bud.
You know, I really don't like you. I want to say so many things, just not on the live stream.
You already have 3 kids. I think it's done and over for you.
That's a thing.
It went over my head, if that makes you feel better.
That's a thing.
Everything goes over my head, because I'm 5'2".
Who heard that short
You're not
joke
wrong.
enough?
You're not wrong.
There we go. So I will say for the moment, like we've had a little bit longer of a day today. We actually recorded
Yes, we have.
more games.
Games.
Yes.
Games!
Games.
So, I feel kind of bad recording games, because, like, I personally get so into it that I don't talk much.
I get competitive. That's my issue.
So I realized that, like, wait, I'm supposed to be trying to entertain people? And so when I do talk, I just feel like I'm being awkward.
You do most of your talking between rounds, I've noticed.
Yes.
Like when we do speedrunners, you always have like this little like victory thing you do, the ha-ha!
It's either that, or if he messes up on something, it's an immediate response out of like,
Yeah.
damn boxes!
Yeah, it'll be boxes! Boxes!
Boxes!
Yep.
Cats!
Well, see, the only difference to that is when Drunk Tyler is present.
It's
Oh,
Because
that
then
is
Drunk
great.
Tyler just talks.
This
Yep.
is drunk time. Oh god, no, I went the wrong way, guys!
Guys,
Guys,
wait up!
Why don't we just have like a drunk recording day? That sounds like a good
We
idea,
need to.
guys.
I've
All
thought
of
about that.
us.
We need to make sure that none of us have to go to work the next day, and it's only going to be a few of us.
We
I'm
need
so down for
designated
this.
drivers, or you just dump us all off on the train and like, good luck getting home.
There's 2 designated drivers right here.
That's true.
So yeah, it's like
She won't drive.
Yeah, I will.
I think she'll drive if she's designated to.
Oh.
I actually like driving.
Carly-
You just do it all
she
so why?
she
what's
does
the
like
point?
driving her boyfriend.
No, I
Up the
do.
wall.
Well,
She
yeah.
loves driving though.
Carly will drive for me. She always likes
I like driving my boyfriend, not his car.
This is my turning
It
back.
driving him crazy.
Sure. That if that's where you decide to go, then that's not where the rest of the team was.
Well, this is fact, and that's opinioendo.
Innuendo.
He's not wrong.
That is so great.
Might be one
That
of the
is-
best words I've ever heard.
That is
Innuendo?
beautiful.
Can we copyright that word?
No, it's already used by someone else.
He's just scared of butt stuff. That's why he's going around the question.
Scared of butt stuff.
Here's the butt stuff.
New shirt.
Well, welcome to the next title for this podcast.
As
Write
Mason
this down.
said, new shirt.
The
Yeah,
Wild
new
Monsters.
shirt.
I know.
Scared of
Okay,
butt
I got
stuff.
I got a drawing tablet. Okay, I'm working on it.
Shooner.
I have
Shooner.
I have 2 drawing tablets. I have a nice one and I have an okay one.
And one.
Which one is the nice one?
The one you got me is the nice one.
Okay.
The one that, well, it cost more than I've ever spent on anything art related before in my life, other than my college career.
I got mine for free. Thank you, mysterious friend.
Yeah, my okay one I got for free.
I think I know you're mysterious.
We all know
Ray,
his mysterious
Ray got
friend.
a new one, and she gave me the old one.
Yeah, we all knew who your
So
mysterious
you
friend
didn't
was.
get a new one.
That's
You
my
got a new used.
No, it's funny because she like
I
never
said-
used the old one because she had her iPad. So she just gave me it. She's like, oh, here you go.
Which
All right.
we can't let one recording go without going.
I can't join in. My throat will actually burst out of my mouth.
Inspector.
Right. So yeah, like I said, we are in a very interesting mood after a day of gaming, mainly because welcome to us, you know,
Yes.
and yeah,
Yes.
we're not using the regular microphones because anytime we have more than 4 people in here, the mixer
It gets
decides to
hard.
die.
Yep.
So I was not about to say it gets hard.
I did for you.
It gets difficult.
It gets hard.
Words,
It gets-
Candace.
wait, it gets-
Do you use them?
It
Yes,
gets
and the
difficultly
words I
hard.
chose to use were "it gets hard." Deal with it.
Right.
Why am I explaining cream? I just thought it was
Okay,
Mason,
everything
we'll
you
get
know.
to you. We'll get to you.
Basically, what you explained to us earlier about the whole cream thing, you're gonna explain again.
Oh no.
No, are we also talking about the bakery?
Oh, we're also gonna talk about that. Don't even worry.
Let's not do
We
that.
should.
I have a lot of opinions about that.
I've
Let's
heard it
not.
called a lot of things. That was a new
That
one.
was a new one.
I hate everything about this team.
No, you
You
Except for
don't.
me.
freaking love us.
Your life would be so boring.
Well, I'm
otherwise.
glad, Shelby.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Shelby, I love you. I miss you.
Right. Thank you for being able to watch today, even though it's been so crazy. Because like crazy has basically been
The
I don't know how it
definition
is
of our
for-
group.
Yeah.
Oh, Shelby, I was wrong. It had a really good turnout. So, yeah, you missed out. It was fun.
What had a good turnout?
RT Utah Day. I told her, I'm like, I think probably like 4 people are going to be there, us included, if that. And there was 9.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tyler and I couldn't make it.
Being brocus is okay.
Yeah, we went to
Hocus
go see Promare the night before, and then I saw Promare again the night after. So I went to go see an expensive movie twice in the same week.
I kept getting
Was it
asked
a
if I was
sequel that
drunk,
they
but I was
released at the
not.
same time?
No,
It
was
was
a
the
Promare.
first
One
day
dub,
was
one
dubbed,
sub.
and yeah, the other was sub.
That was
Oh,
a
no.
joke because you said it like it
No.
was a title.
Hope mom's okay.
Oh, yes, we
Give your
definitely
mom
hope
my
that.
love.
Yeah.
But if it makes you feel better, I'm almost done printing my Mando helmet.
Oh my god. That's Cole, you need to tell
That
about
has
her.
been okay.
Well, I talked to her more about it.
Since
I know.
hearing you talk about you building this Mando helmet
Mhm.
since FanX, it's like I am both inspired and afraid to even try making a Mando anything.
I'm just
It's
sticking with-
easier. It's gonna be easier than the Halo.
Oh,
Here,
yeah.
here,
Nando's
I
are so
can,
easy.
I
Well,
can solve this for you. Talk to Cole. You'll want to do one again.
No,
No.
because then we're gonna start talking
No,
about
he's doing
Godzilla.
it. Like-
Okay, that's true. But every time I talk to Cole, we always end up on the whole Mando thing. And now I basically, as soon as I get money and time, I'm making one.
Okay,
See, I'm
but
sticking
Cole has 2 things he talks about: Star Wars and Godzilla.
No, it's funny because that's literally I saw him 3 times during FanX.
And 2 of
that's-
those times he talked about Star Wars, and
No.
one of those times he talked
Every
about
time
Godzilla.
we talked about both of them, it started out Star Wars and went to Godzilla.
Yup.
I'm surprised he hasn't just combined the 2 already.
Star Warszilla.
Why has he not done this? Cole, get on it!
Mandalorian Kaiju.
Yes.
It will be called,
Yes.
it will be called God Mando.
I'm pretty sure it's called Jetlock.
The God.
See, like, oh, he's actually working on it. Cool. But no, see, Brandon's like, I'm gonna build an Agent Washington Mando, and I'm gonna 3D print it, and they'll be like, how'd you do it? And be like, I got it approved 3D printing. What now? Because he's a spiteful little bitch. And I'm over here like, I'm sticking with my Jedi and going to Rebel Legion and maybe make a handmaiden so I can go party and be crazy with my friend that does Padme. So,
Let's see if I were to do that, and I thought about this, do a Mandalorian crossover with Captain America, call it Captain Mandalore.
I am so happy with that.
see, like,
Right?
I don't
Great.
think they
That
care.
is
Wouldn't that be
Great.
cool?
See, I don't think they
Well-
care about the actual like colors of it, but it still has to like look like a Mando. Because like,
We could do a whole Avengers thing.
Shawnee does
Right.
that Yang DeLorean. She's like this close to getting it passed. So
Nice.
it has like the Yang emblem and everything on it. Somehow.
Okay, if we do a whole Avengers one though, I call Spider-Man. I call dibs on him.
I honestly was seeing you as going with either a
Doctor Strange, yeah, he's
or an Iron Man.
Okay, here's the thing. Doctor Strange is one of my favorite superheroes in the Marvel comics, but Spider-Man's cooler to be. So
Yeah, you're not wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
Justice League.
wrong. You know what, you little skippy pants?
What?
All right.
It's Batman's birthday
He likes
today.
DC more than Marvel, and he always gives me shit about
There's
Daredevil
only
being
two
kicked.
people that I really like out of that, and that is Flash and the Lanterns.
That's
The
fair.
Lantern story is amazing,
That's entirely
and the
Lantern
Flash
story-
has an amazing story.
I told him.
Other ones,
I'm like, it's personally too dark for me. Like, you know, I get the whole like, I'm Batman. I'm an emo, moody, rich kid. Like, I get why people like that. I don't get why people
you
like
get
the Joker.
white people.
But, I mean, kind of, because I am one. I'm like the whitest of white people.
I don't get y'all.
But it's like I don't really care much for a lot of DC, and then I'll be like, I really wish Daredevil got a season 3 on Netflix. Charlie Cox was the best, and Brandon's like, no, it's not. You don't deserve it. Flash is better. I'm like, this
Okay.
is why I hate DC.
Here's-
So that's
Here's
that's,
the thing.
that's
You
when you
did.
that's when you go and you just be like, okay, Brandon, how many Batmans are there?
Okay, here's the thing. Seriously though,
Bruce
guys,
Wayne.
here's the thing. The reason I prefer
Well,
Marvel
that-
over DC is that Marvel knows how to play to their own strengths, where DC tries too hard to do everything and it doesn't realize where its strengths
And
lie.
they have the Joker, so.
But
I just
okay,
feel
okay.
like
Are we talking comics or are we talking cinematic and comics?
Kind of
Because
everything, because DC tries too hard to be like a little bit in each boat, and
Here's-
instead it just needs to focus
So
on
Marvel
what it's
has
really,
the
really
big
good at.
screen.
Here's the
DC
major.
has a small screen.
Here's the major issue. When it comes to DC, until lately, with their video productions, they have all sucked.
Yeah.
Marvel was really good because of the directors and the writers that they had in the beginning, and they got lucky with that. Because I mean, if you look at the Hulk is fucking awful.
Yeah.
But as he was saying, on small screen, DC's come back quite a lot lately. But if you compare them, you know, based off the comics, it's completely just based off of really who you kind of like more on style and the characters.
I will say the thing DC does the best, and I wish they would focus more on, they are the best when it comes to their animated series.
Yes.
Their
Yes.
animated
And that's where
series
their
are
strength
fantastic.
is.
Teen
Yeah.
Titans, Justice League. What
Uh,
else do we
Teen
have?
Titans-
Ninja Batman was
Young,
really
Young
good.
Justice was really
Young
good. Like,
Justice
they
is
had
really
a
good.
lot of
The
good
original animated
series.
Justice League was really good.
Yep,
Batman
that's what I was
Ninja was
talking
really
about.
good.
Red Sun's
All-
the next one coming out.
Ooh,
Really?
Red Sun's the next anime.
Yeah,
that's
see, it's
gonna be a
like-
good one.
I absolutely love Daredevil because he's a sassy blind redhead. And what am I without my glasses? A sassy blind redhead.
I'm starting to think you're very easy to please.
Have you ever read the
I-
comics?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
he is
they're
with Brandon.
great.
Okay.
And I love that they throw Spider-Man into it
I
sometimes.
said
Like,
before.
it's fantastic. And then just the Netflix like adaptation. Like, I hated Ben Affleck as Daredevil. He was a much better Batman.
Darefleck was not that bad.
He wasn't, but
He
I
wasn't
don't.
bad.
I like him as Batman better. Whereas to me, like we've already had this discussion, Charlie Cox was made for the role of Daredevil,
Yeah.
and God, what's his name? It's some weird Italian name, but the guy that plays Fisk in.
Bonjour.
Yep.
Uh,
He did a really good job.
Talking
Kills-
about Vincent D'Onofrio?
yes,
Yeah.
thank you. He kills. Like I was kind of mad that they didn't have him voice Fisk into the Spider-Verse.
Mhm.
Like the guy that was in the Spider-Verse is fantastic, but I'm like, dude, Fisk just knows how to get pissy.
Mhm.
Like,
Although I will say this right now, Inspector Who Reacts has got the right idea.
Batman Beyond.
Yes.
Just been
Batman
rewatching
Beyond.
Batman Beyond.
I love
Batman Beyond. Like, okay, I love the Batman animated series.
Yep.
Batman Beyond, in my opinion, is better. I won't say it's stronger. I'll say it's
It
better.
is.
Okay, because they took their time with it, and they also weren't afraid to introduce other shows into that universe.
Mhm.
They brought in Static Shock.
Yep.
They brought in
Static
Justice
Shock.
League
I haven't heard
Unlimited.
that
That was,
forever.
that was
Oh.
a good one. I
Oh.
missed that show.
It was so good. So I'm
Static
telling, like,
Shock.
Batman Beyond has been something where I said it episodes ago. I've been waiting for a Terry McGinnis live action movie forever. I want to see it. I want to see it big.
See, Robert Pattinson would have made perfect.
He would make a perfect Terry McGinnis.
Yeah.
See, the what would make it good is because a lot of these like Hollywood, you know, they want to like make everything showy, and you can do that with Batman Beyond. You know, it's
he is showy.
it's
Like-
futuristic,
like
it's
Blade
showy,
Runner
and
2049.
you know,
Perfect.
and that's why even some of these other shows, like Disney shows, like Atlantis, would make a very good
Oh yeah.
I
live
don't want
action
them to
movie
ruin it.
adaptation.
Please don't say that.
Yeah, and I think that's why DC has always done well with their animated series because they're not afraid to take risks with it. Where I feel like a lot of their live action movies, they've always tried to do some kind of formula or play it safe or try to do what everybody else is doing. Their animated series have always felt super original and fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, if we're gonna talk about other types of media too, I have to say DC destroys Marvel when it comes to video games. The only exception that is some of the Spider-Man games.
But that's because they're done by Sony.
Exactly.
Sony
Sony knows,
understands
yes.
how to put together a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm.
that's a thing where it's like Spider-Man, like all the and it's like Shattered Dimensions.
Yep.
Like the new Spider-Man and whatnot.
So
All of them have been great. Spider-Man 2, freaking phenomenal. The actual web slinging felt so
good.
real. So it's like they understand how to put together a game. They suck something awful about putting together a movie.
With the
But
exception
they
of
know-
Spider-Verse.
With the except, that's an animated movie. It
Actually,
wasn't totally in their control.
No,
It's absolutely fantastic,
animations are completely owned by Marvel. So any animated content from any of the Spider-Man stuff is owned by Marvel.
Oh, okay.
So they get to parse it out to who they get to do it with. But under that fact, the Batman games are fucking awesome,
Happy
and
birthday,
all of the
Batman.
older ones that DC has made have been amazing. But like when you compare it to the Iron Man game was atrocious.
That was bad.
It was
Yeah.
That was so bad.
And it's Iron
That was
Man,
so
like,
bad.
How do you do Iron Man wrong?
They tried recreating the movie, and it
Yeah.
was just like, it doesn't work. The flight mechanic was like, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Like,
But-
even in inverted, this is really bad.
But then you got like the Hulk games were pretty horrible because they were just run around and smash. That's all it was. It was just
Yeah.
Hulk in his Hulk mode. And then it's just so many other games.
The one Marvel
Okay,
game I really
okay,
like is
but-
Marvel's Ultimate Alliance.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Those
and-
games are
and,
fantastic.
what
Yep.
was it called? The X-Men. That was basically
X-Men Legends.
X-Men
Yes.
Legends.
Yeah.
Was also
And,
really good.
Capcom versus Marvel.
But
That's
those
duality
are
versus
yeah.
Capcom and Marvel.
Yeah.
but those are beat 'em ups, and X-Men is also owned, I believe, by Sony as well.
Yeah.
So
It was like,
comes to that
I-
fact.
It actually wasn't owned by Sony at the time.
Oh, okay.
It,
So-
it was owned by Fox, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought
Probably.
X-Men was.
Yeah,
X-Men
because
is Fox.
it was Fox
X-Men
before
is
it was
Fox.
Sony.
But yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance is a ridiculously fun game.
So speaking of video games, I've been like kind of cleaning and reorganizing our basement, just so we can fit like more of my grandma and grandpa's stuff down in there with everything else my mom's hoarding.
Did you find
And-
an old Atari?
No, I wish, because that would be like $1 million right now on eBay.
Well, not really, but yeah.
Yeah. But no, I was going through it and I saw this old like PlayStation 2 like driving wheels, so you could play with like Need for Speed and all that.
I still
So-
have my PlayStation 1 driving wheel somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, but so anyways, I pull it down, I'm like, God, this is heavy. I don't remember this wheel being this heavy. So I put it down and I open it up and it's a shit ton of my old video games, old movies, and I'm sitting there and I start digging through it. I'm like, what the hell's even in here? And I pulled out the classic Spyro and then Ripto's Rage, and I found freaking Ape Escape, if you remember those.
Yes!
Oh my
Yes!
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 Oh my god.
Oh my god, and I'm like, oh my god, I've been wanting to play these old, like, I've been wanting to go and play all my childhood games again. And so I was like pulling the discs out and they're still in good shape. I freaking found SSX3. And I was
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
God, I remember sucking ass at that video game. But I was like, this is like my childhood in one box. Like, fuck all that other shit. This is my childhood right here.
No, I hear you. Tony Hawk was always mine.
Oh yeah.
Tony Hawk's Underground.
I remember when I would play Ape Escape and the alarms would go off, I would just be like, ah!
All of our ears all of a sudden would just bleed from cross country. So we'd be like, Harley.
See, okay. Inspector Who Reacts has got two good questions, alright? Do you think the new Avengers game will be good? Right now, I'm reserving judgment. I think, at least from what we've seen, if it was only based off what we've seen through like the gameplay footage and whatnot, not so much.
Yeah, I'm not really hyped about it at all, to be honest.
Now, the only thing that I am actually glad for is that they are not trying to recreate the movies.
Yes.
They're going with.
What I'm glad about it is it's going to be a growing story too.
Yes,
It will continue to go on afterwards.
It will be a growing story. The little bit that we got for the Black Widow versus Taskmaster fight,
Yep.
I sat there and was like, okay, this is so on rails that it's irritating. It literally felt like someone that doesn't understand who Taskmaster was.
Yep.
Okay, because Taskmaster is supposed to he's got a photogenic memory as well as it's like the reflexes to go with that.
Mhm.
So when he's fighting someone, after about a minute or two, he starts recreating their battle, it's like their actual fighting stance, and then can literally kind of go toe to toe with them. And he's also had a knockoff of the super soldier serum.
Yep.
So it's not the real one, but it is a knockoff.
It is close though.
It was
Okay.
cheaper to make.
Yeah. Now,
Thanks, Big Pharma.
it's like I look at it and I go like that. It's like because all it really was it's like he would sit there, be on rockets, and then kind of like swoop down, try to swing a sword. You dodge a sword, and then you go and hit him. Like that doesn't feel like Taskmaster. He should be down on the ground and fighting. Who did Taskmaster exceedingly well, bringing it back to Spider-Man. This last PlayStation Spider-Man did Taskmaster the best I've ever seen it, which was just a bunch of challenges, and he would sit there and be like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to fight you for real and whatnot." And then towards the end, the AI got more intuitive and whatnot. So I'm reserving my ultimate judgment. Do I think it's going to be good? Through what we've seen, no. But there's still a whole lot of game.
Yeah.
Okay, it could be that we saw the cruddiest part, which if you're gonna show someone something, don't show them the best parts right out the gate. Show them something midline to maybe a little bit meh to enough to at least kind of like, okay, they're doing it and all that. And then when you start doing your trailers, show them a little bit more of the good stuff, but keep everything that's freaking fantastic in the, like, don't show them at all.
To be
Wait
fair
till the
with
game.
that, those are minor characters. Even though Taskmaster's a pretty big character among Spider-Man, among Spider-Man, he's not a big character. And Black Widow is the same thing.
Yeah.
So I can understand those two, but when we come to major key players in that game whatsoever, when you're talking, the Avengers or any, especially the cinematic ones recently, those should be on point.
Yeah.
And if they're not, that game's gonna flop so hard.
Yeah.
So what was the other question?
The other question is, what was each of our first video games?
So the first video game I ever beat was Yoshi's Island.
Dang.
I love Yoshi's Island. I love all the remakes of Yoshi's Island. I love it. Yoshi was like one of my favorite Nintendo characters.
So the first one I played was probably Super Mario Brothers.
Same.
But the first one I remember playing like a lot was Super Mario Brothers 3. Like I loved that game. I loved getting the tail and being the Tanuki just so I could turn to stone.
Yup.
Monopoly. Monopoly's probably the first game.
Dick, video game.
I'd probably say my first one was it was either
Need for Speed.
No, I think it was
Twisted Metal.
Oh, I wish it was Twisted Metal. No, my first one was probably WoW. I think WoW was my first video game.
You're such a baby.
Really?
Don't get me wrong. I played a lot of other video games, but I played WoW like when it first came out.
You're such a baby.
He's such a baby. He's got a baby face.
My parents didn't really let me play too much video games, so yeah.
So when they found out that you were playing WoW religiously,
they didn't know.
Naturally, they threw your laptop into the garbage.
Yeah, my friend's dad was one of the moderators for WoW, so he had a free account and gave it to me, and I used to play on my little junky PC at like 2 FPS playing WoW. I finally got a mount and it was awesome, and I'd always play when my parents went to sleep. And then they came knocking one day to wake me up in the morning, and I was still playing. It didn't go over well.
Doggone.
Mine, I can't remember exactly what, because my brain doesn't go that far back. It was either probably like Pokemon Yellow on the Game Boy, or
Game Boy or Game Boy Color?
I think Yellow came
Color
out on
most
Color.
likely.
I think it was Color, because I
Lame.
think mine was Yellow too, or Purple. I can't remember. It was either that or Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper is the one
Sly
I like.
Cooper.
Or no, not Sly Cooper. Spyro. I can't remember. It was probably. It could have been both at the same time. But then the first video game that I actually remember all the way through and stuff was Thievius Raccoonus, and that's when it was kind of like I'm old enough to play video games, and yeah.
How about you, Mason?
I am here. I forgot.
Yeah.
You're in the room!
No, he forgot.
If you can't see him, he's right here hiding on the edge.
He entirely forgot his existence.
I was just,
He
I
does
was
that.
just enjoying myself listening. I'm sorry.
He is a
your own
figment
existence.
of his own imagination.
Wait, does that mean if he stops thinking about himself, he disappears from existence
He just
altogether?
might.
He doesn't disappear. He just.
Everyone always has to be thinking of him to keep him actually here on this planet.
All
That
believe in
explains a
Mason.
lot, actually. I mostly spent my time watching my brothers play the game. So I watched a lot of Oblivion, WoW, Minecraft, early Minecraft.
God, I remember early.
How old are you? I think you're lying.
So-
Jesus.
Viva Pinata was another one.
Oh, these
Did-
are
did they do-
2010. These
Yeah.
are old games.
No, Pinata came out in 04, 05, or 06.
Yeah.
But still.
Oh, Animal Crossing.
Did
I
they
just
do?
remember the good
Did
one.
they do the thing with you like all older siblings do, where they give you the control that's not plugged in?
I did that with my little sister.
No, I wrapped myself in a blanket and just watched. So WoW was the one I watched the most of. So when I finally started to play a game, it was Pokemon Sapphire. That was the first game I actually played. But
Fair.
a lot
Let's
of
hear
it
what
was
the
just-
old man has to say, though.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this one.
Pong.
Actually, yes.
Oh,
I
that
mean, if
is-
we're including games like that, I think
That
Tetris
is-
might have been my first game.
Pong,
Yeah.
Pong was my first one. I wasn't allowed to play it much, whatnot, but I get on. It was up in the den. I found it, and my brother hooked it up for a second.
See, there you go. It's okay. Mine isn't horribly too much better because the first one I can remember playing. I remember playing Battletoads. That was
Oh,
the first
Jesus.
game that I remember playing.
Was it just Battletoads or is it Battletoads Double Dragon?
Okay, here's the thing. It's like the first one was Battletoads. The game that I played first, all the way to completion, Battletoads versus Double Dragon. And you better
Nice.
believe we got those sticks and we just sat there.
Oh, that was half the fun, to be honest.
Or the freaking boot, dude. Get boom, big old foot. So yeah, it's like I love that game. It's one of those where Battletoads is probably one of my most cherished franchises, even to the point of Rare Studios. They also do Sea of Thieves, and on one of the islands they have a Battletoads emblem sitting there, and I sit
So
there like
great.
Okay.
every time I pass by, I'm like, oh, this has got to be an Easter egg to something coming in the future.
Okay. Next time we play Sea of Thieves, you have got to show me that.
I will.
Because that is cool.
I will. It's ridiculous.
So I realized probably the game that I've consecutively played the longest is Animal Crossing Wild World. I still have my original file, and I have 3 million bells in my bank right now.
I have that in on
Wild World, was that
New
GameCube?
Leaf. I definitely have over 3 million bells on New Leaf.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, but then you have to think of the time difference between Wild World and New Leaf,
Yeah.
though. But
Was that
5 days.
GameCube?
no, that was the one after GameCube. I
Oh.
played the one in GameCube until my GameCube controller shit out, and I was like, I like it, but it's just not as relaxing as Wild World.
I had children break my Wii. So I know
You have children?
No.
Jesus Christ!
Children in
Mason
general.
gets
Children in general
Mason's
broke
been
my Wii.
around.
I like
not-
that Mason's age varies depending on what story he's telling.
It's all up in them bakers, y'all.
Okay, so
Wait, hold
no, I
on.
was gonna say before we go on with any stories, Can you more explain your question a little bit? Do you want us to say our favorite type of game or our favorite game? Or both? Because we can definitely do that.
At the moment, let's go with favorite kind of game, and then we'll see after that, because I still have an ad read to go into.
Okay.
So, favorite kind of game, real quick around the horn.
JRPGs.
Probably JRPGs.
RPGs are really just anything relaxing or pretty.
I'd have to say story-based games like Fable, all of the Fables.
So like an RPG.
So an RPG.
Well, but listen.
But
Okay,
don't
what's
listen,
a
they don't have
but also
ears.
Horizon Zero Dawn, which isn't an RPG at all. It's very storyline based.
It's
So,
adventure
It
RPG.
depends on the story. I like good story, so that's really the main factor on all these games. I like action, don't get me wrong, but I love the story.
I like Animal Crossing because it's the only time I'll ever actually own a home.
That's relatable.
Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise, Castle Crashers, Pokemon.
But what's your favorite kind of game?
Those three.
Those three kinds. Pokemon is its own
Pokemon
genre.
is its own
okay?
kind. I will give you
Pokemon's
that.
an
But
RPG.
Viva Pinata is not an RPG.
Yeah, but Pokemon is.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. RPG. I don't game very much. I just like to watch other people have fun.
I would say it is RPGs because I also really love Assassin's Creed. So yeah,
That was good.
that's fair.
Brandon's is probably
Like I
just
said, I think most of
Injustice
what
2.
you listed
I haven't played
would fit
Injustice
under
2.
like adventure
Well, what was the one that you? I
RPG.
said
Yeah.
it on
So it's like-
was that just Injustice?
That's fair.
Oh, okay.
But RPG.
I like open worlds.
I don't like fighting that much.
Really?
But
How
what
much
do you
obsessed
like?
over-
I said RPG.
He doesn't like anything.
Except RPGs
He
and Pong.
just likes watching that little square bounce back and forth on the screen.
Pong was the original RPG.
It's alright, it's better than the desktop version of it that's basically just like little floating text and whatnot that would almost hit the corners and whatnot. but still bounce
That's
around.
Brandon's
Like,
brain.
no,
And then
that's-
every time it hits the corner, he has a thought.
That's like every time when you're watching a movie and you let it turn off and the disc just starts popping around the corners and you're waiting for that one magical moment where it hits the corner perfectly.
Guys,
Exactly.
if you think about it, Pong was the original fighting game.
Yeah, oh god. Is it I'm gonna jack you up, boy.
No, jacked up on my
That's when you get like really creative with it and you twist it right as you hit the ball.
Yeah. Back when that wasn't a thing.
Gotta do the backspin on it.
In real life, it's like really intense, and the game's like, boop.
Is this turning into a sports anime? Pong?
Yeah. You guys are absolutely animals.
It's like that one video where that guy is playing that like dance sequence thing and he's getting all into it and all of a sudden he just goes and his friend just flies it off the bed.
What's your favorite type of game, Stefan?
Flying games. I love
Like
flying
a
games.
flight
So-
simulator
so
or
do you
like
like-
Flight simulators, Wing Commander, Descent. All
Have you
of
played
those.
the new Flying Ace game?
No,
7?
Ace Combat 7?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
So good.
Yeah, so
goddamn
I
good.
really want to, and now that my PC is beefed up as much as it is, I'm going to be getting a joystick, and then I'm going to be replaying this
My
game.
buddy has
Did-
a full
did
flight
you-
controller and I loved using it.
Did you ever play the old X-Wing vs TIE Fighter
Yes,
game?
I did.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not joking. Like, there's a lot of flying games where that's all my dad and I would play. So my older brothers and whatnot, my older brother, he'd go off and play some games. My mom and my little brother would start playing StarCraft, and my dad and I would be inside our office playing, like Wing Commander from like 5 in the morning to about 8 p.m. And that's all we did. We never ate. We never did anything. We would just sit there and be like, Dad, get this secure these go on the side. It was bad. All right, we had call signs. We were the biggest nerds you can ever think of when it comes to flying games. So, yeah.
Did your dad call you by your call sign outside of
No.
the game?
No.
No.
My father would sit there and he would never sit there and be like, Wings, go. You know, it would just be like while we're playing, he'd be like, Wings, okay, go and make sure you go and get this dreadnought. And then as soon as we're done, you're an idiot. Why did I swear to God, child. And whatnot, so, yeah. It's alright. Soon, y'all will meet my father.
Maverick.
I absolutely did love the X-Wing one that Tyler was talking about. I played that with my dad.
See? Yeah, flying games, they hold a special place in your heart.
Flying games are really fun.
Right, okay, I'm going to read this really quick. Alright, today's show is sponsored by Game Haven. Magic players, we're talking to you. Alright, get ready for the Throne... Oh god, there's a name in here I don't know. Throne of Eldraine pre-release weekend. Get a first peek of a whole new world. Gamehaven will be having pre-release sealed events Friday, September 27th through Sunday, September 29th, with tons of prizes, raffles, and fun. For each event that there are more than 50 players, they will raffle off a box of Throne of Eldraine. At Gamehaven, everyone leaves a winner, so all players are given at least one booster prize pack if they play in at least one round of the tournament. Pre-releases are $30, but head down to your local Gamehaven today and get $2 off for pre-signing up. For more information on pre-release start times, please visit yourgamehaven.com/events.
Apparently said Eldraine right. Jay said.
You did spell it right.
Okay, alright, I swear, like, I saw that, I was like, and oh no.
We haven't played Magic in forever, Tyler.
I know,
I really want
I
to play
haven't.
Magic.
I've never
If
played
anybody
Magic.
would like to help me get into it, I would love to.
I
I
just
just don't know the person.
No, talk to Tyler.
Or Jay. Jay knows I
Like,
should tell.
Tyler loves Magic, and he's the one who taught me how to play.
It's so fun. It's
Tyler's
such a great
mean
game.
at Magic.
Because I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! That was
Just-
my game for the longest fucking time. And I know it's
Okay.
not the same,
Just,
but I want to get into card games again.
Okay,
just
y'all.
because I make mean decks.
Okay, Tyler has this deck. It's literally a rat deck. The whole point of this deck is he gets one rat out. That rat gets 3 rats out. Those 3 rats get 3 more rats out. And that's like what, 2 turns in?
No, the whole point of the game, it does do that. But it's that one card. Normally in each deck you're only allowed to have 4 of the same card. There's one specific rat that you can have any number of it in the deck, and for each one that's in play it gets even stronger. So when you plop down like 12 of them in one turn, all of a sudden you've got like 12, 13, 13s, and it's like, shit.
Yeah, and
They're
he can do
just
that
they're
on
just- they're just huge.
and you can do that on like turn 2 or 3. It's such bullshit.
I love it. It's so fun.
Tyler's so mean at Magic.
Oh, that is
So
awesome.
basically-
Hey, that's how I play too, so I'm so down.
What I've now discovered is how Tyler feels about every time that we play Jump Force
Mhm.
is exactly how we would feel playing Magic.
Okay, Tyler and I end up in a complete stalemate the first time he taught me how to play Magic because we were both playing Angel decks, and it literally, like, the game would not end.
Yeah.
Like,
Because we
just
kept
gaining
replenishing our
life.
desks. We both kept replenishing life. Neither of our creatures were dying.
That is so
Neither of us could hit each other. And Tyler's like, no, this is fun. Let's keep going. It was 2 hours. 2
So
hours
those-
and neither of us had touched each other.
So, those cards are like when the zombie apocalypse finally hits Utah. The zombies come in and just go, oh god, there's too many!
You just say the zombies will come in and now freak out that there's too
Do you know how many people there are in Utah?
Not as many in LA.
That gives
That's what I was
zombies an
just about to
advantage.
say.
Yeah, but
No.
we don't have that many families, but the families are bigger in number. Like,
That gives zombies an advantage,
No,
Carly.
the city has more population than the whole state.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Like-
Utah is nothing.
I was making
It's
a
alright.
Utah breeding joke.
You-
Leave me alone.
Like I
It
said,
was horrible.
you
It
all
was.
will
I'm
start
horrible.
understanding this more and more because you guys are going back over to California in October. And you guys aren't until
January.
So
And you're going in October too.
I'm going in October and probably in January.
I'm probably never gonna
Oh,
go.
yes.
We're
No,
gonna
yes,
be
you
so
will.
excited
When?
for you
One
to join
day.
us if you can.
When Ray takes
Yeah.
Some fun.
So I'm going out next month to go for my little brother's wedding. Not excited about that at all. But I'm going back out.
Wait, you have a little brother?
Okay, so my little brother
Was
is.
he the one on your fridge? The picture on your fridge?
Yes, you
Yes.
just pinned him up on the fridge.
Yeah, that's my little brother. It's his wedding. We legitimately haven't really spoken words to each other. We haven't spoken more than 5 words to each other in like the last 9 years, and
That
not
sounds like my
because
family.
I don't like him. I love him.
Were
He doesn't
those
like me.
were those 5 words? Will you be my groomsman?
No, I'm not even his groomsman. All right. He did not ask me to come to this wedding. My mother told me I'm coming to this wedding because he wants to use my children for like the actual like ring bearer and stuff like that. Okay.
Why does he not like you, though?
Nope. No one knows. No one knows, but we all think it stifles back to like when we were kids and whatnot. I broke him a lot. I threw him through a window once. I picked him up and literally like threw his head directly into a couch and broke his nose.
I wonder why he doesn't like you.
Yeah, good
What?
question.
Don't get ideas.
That's just called being a brother.
Yeah,
It's not.
No, it is. I had
It
two
is.
cousins growing up that were basically my brothers, and
I've had two brothers.
there was a
Neither
lot
of
of stuff that happened like that.
Well, okay, my little brother was a little bastard of a person. Okay, my older brother, I fought him once, accidentally kicked him in the balls. He hit me. I woke up 5 minutes later. We never fought again, ever. Like,
You were just
legitimately.
too scared to.
No, we just figured it was like, okay, I looked at him and was like, I can't win against you. You're 5 years older than me. That's just not going to work. And he looked at me and was like, you're just not a dick
Challenge.
that way. So yeah, we never fought. But my little brother would sit there, no joke. We'd be coming home from church and he'd be like, Stephanie.
What's
What are you
what's
gonna-
the year difference?
Stephanie, we're 2 years apart.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Me and my little sister's a year apart from me, and she's my sister, so I don't want to kill her, but sometimes I did want to. It almost did.
Yeah.
So I feel it.
This is the same individual that woke me up one time by like my hand was over the little bed and whatnot, and he would sit there and go and put like a flame up to my hand and burn my hand. Okay, to wake me
I
up.
like
and be
your
"It's time
brother."
for school. Okay.
I like your brother.
He's a punk, all right, or he was a punk. But then, like, what's actually kind of like bad is like, so him and like he was a complete jerk right when he entered high school. Like we used to hang out a lot, and then all of a sudden, high school we just stopped hanging out, and he turned into a prick. Didn't like my family and all that kind of stuff because technically he's my little cousin. So blood-wise,
Okay.
he's my cousin, but he's lived with us since he was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
So I don't have a memory when he was not living with us. So, but anyway, it was one of those where it's like we didn't really go and get along. And then I think it was like he was 19 years old, got in a really bad accident to the point where he had to go to the hospital and actually lost his memory completely. Okay. And
Okay.
I dropped everything. I went out to go and see him. I took Tiff out over there and whatnot, and just I was like, okay, it's my little brother and whatnot. We got along great for that one weekend. It was like, oh my god, it was fantastic. He was in the hospital. He was crapping himself. But even so, like we were hanging out and it was amazing. Same weekend I proposed to Tiff. Okay. That was awesome. A week later, he got mad at me for some reason I still don't understand, and we have not spoken since.
So does he still not remember any of your child or
He doesn't remember 90% of our childhood.
And he still hates you.
And he still
so
hates
everything you
me.
just said is not an excuse towards that. What did you do?
I don't
Maybe he
know.
doesn't remember, but somewhere in his head he just knows that
He
you've been
knows
bad to
he
him.
doesn't like me.
It's all repressed memories.
It's like he's sitting there like, I don't know what you did for me to never like you again, but I feel it like in my bones.
Stephanie.
Don't you start. Don't you start. Like I can deal with being called Steven barely. I spent 3 years in school being called Stephanie, and I freaking hate it. I hate it so much. Like, and it wasn't other kids; it was teachers. All right, there's nothing worse than a teacher every single day for a role. Stephanie Watson, not close.
Yeah, for me it was Chelsea.
Mm.
Every
it still
year
is.
it's Chelsea.
It's
Chelsea.
funny that you mentioned that
There's
because every
Chelsea
time I go
here.
to text you, it autocorrects to Stephanie. I'm like, no.
Even the phone stays.
Like this too.
Even Fan X
Yeah.
decides, guess what?
Wait, what
Chelsea.
did you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Candace Chelsea, which I forgot to
See,
go give
which
that back to you.
the last name doesn't bother me so much if people mistake that my last name is Chelsea, but a lot of teachers thought my first name was Chelsea.
I always.
All right.
There's two things that happens for me. Yeah, we had to have something.
And it's signed on the back.
I know, like, the best part was David was so upset because he wanted to use your name tag. He's like, can I write my name on the back of Tyler's name tag? We're like, no. And then Charlie shows up, and Stefan's like, yeah, just write your name on the back of Tyler's name tag. And David's like, literally, I was told not to do that. I'm like, well, Tyler's not going to care if a cute girl signs it.
Poor David. Sorry, David. Kind of, though.
I didn't hear any of that conversation. She showed up next to me, and I went, "Here you go."
So, are we going to do the whole Mason thing?
Please, no.
Okay.
Oh, one thing I want to say real quick.
Go ahead.
The worst thing my brother. Okay.
Get into the
Oh,
camera, and that's
hello.
it.
The worst thing my brother did to me was he always beat me at custom robo. I could never beat him, and I still am mad about it.
Okay.
That's traumatizing.
How you were phrasing that real quick, like, he always beat me, my brain stopped and went like, oh!
I was like, do we need to go beat somebody?
At custom robo. He did throw books at me to wake me up, but besides that.
Okay, but were they like big heavy books like Don
It
Quixote,
was,
or was it like a little book like Animorphs?
It was the dangerous book for boys or whatever, that big red one with the hardcover.
So that explains like his nightmares in Texas. No, Smalley, no.
No, I just wanted to talk about the custom robo thing. I didn't want to talk
I
about
mean, my
the-
sister
I'm
and I
the
tried to
oldest
kill
sibling.
each other
So-
on more than one occasion, but
Yes,
For the record,
partly.
I've got no siblings, so fuck all y'all.
yeah.
You're just not special like the rest of
You
us.
see,
No,
you're-
I'm extra
you're
special
not
because
allowed-
I get everything to myself.
Okay, you're not allowed to talk.
I would just like to
I haven't been.
I would just like to say, I'm the older sibling, so all these stories you guys are talking about, I'm the one you're talking about.
You're older than someone?
I'm the oldest sibling,
Just
so
barely.
all the stuff you guys are talking about, the whole like handing the controller to the little kids so they think they're playing, I've done that. Where you've like tortured your little sibling and stuff, I've done that. Waking them up in the morning in shitty ways, I've done that.
Okay, but I
It's all
roundhoused my
great.
sister and she was the older one, so being younger has its perks.
Just
Yeah.
to let you guys know, I'm older than Ethan.
The older sibling could never
Shut
get
up.
away with roundhousing their
I
younger
call
sibling,
lies.
but the younger sibling can get away with roundhousing the older. I know this for a fact.
Yeah, but then you can also have like a really chill kind of relationship like me and my older brother, which my older brother was the first one to get me drunk. No, technically my mom was the first one to go and get me drunk.
Why was your mom trying to get you drunk?
To show us that you don't want to go and get drunk.
I showed Caden's kids.
I mean, my
Not to
dad
get
was
drunk.
the first one
Yeah,
to
you
get me
died
drunk.
there
I
back
mean,
wall.
Okay, now were you 9?
No.
And did she knowingly do it and then make you go to school the next day?
She made you go to
No.
school after that?
That's
Yeah.
fucking harsh.
I mean,
Okay, so we would play this game called Slip the Spoon, which is basically like they put a bunch of spoons, almost like musical chair style, where there's only like one less than how many people are playing.
Yep.
They put it over at the far end of the hallway. You're over on this other side, and then basically it's almost kind of like slapjack, where all of a sudden they'll have like a deck of cards. They'll sit there and keep on flopping them down, and then whichever one is hot, then all of a sudden they'll go over for it. So all of a sudden, like, we would always go like, Jacks are wild, and all of a sudden my dad would be flopping them down and whatnot. Jack, and as soon as that goes on, you've got to basically book it, like hands and knees crawl to be able to go and get a spoon real quick. Well, my older brother had gotten drunk really, really bad, and he was like 14 at the time, to go and show that like, okay, this is bad, you don't necessarily want to go and do that. Then all of a sudden my mother and father were like, well, let's show the other ones. It's equally not as good. So like, this is one of the reasons why I'm such a lightweight and I do not like drinking that much. Okay, is because literally at first we're just all like, Mom's giving us vodka. This is a good night. And like, this is a woman that would sit there and give us like glasses of wine, and we could take wine and all that because they only drunk white wine, so wasn't really that bad. But we were just sitting there like, this is fun, this is great, da 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 da. Didn't realize that it hits later on.
Yeah.
So about 30 minutes later, my older brother, myself, and my younger brother, we went from like, we're having fun to just like, we just want to put fun. And we're still sitting there playing the game, and all of a sudden my parents are like, see, this is why you don't want to drink.
Tell me you at least threw up.
We all
Tell
threw
me.
up. We all threw up bad.
Okay.
Okay, we coated walls. It was horrible. We woke up the next day going like, this is so bad, and my parents
How
literally
much
went to us
did
and went,
you drink?
Go-
You threw up that being that
we
guy, you
all
threw up
finished the
instead.
bottle, all right. We
only-
went to the paint.
So here's the thing. My dad was always like, if you want to try something, as long as you're here, it's fine. You want to try some beer, it's good. Vodka, anything like that, you're good. I was always like, okay, so I'd take a little sip every once in a while. I'd be like, oh, that's horrible. But that,
Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. Like I said, my parents were psycho. Okay, and like I said, sent us to school the next day. We all felt like crap, and we're like, can we stay home? My parents went, no, you're going to school.
If you were to do that now, you would have been fucking social services would have been coming to your
I
house
know.
that day.
Oh, I know. Okay.
So the only 3 times that I've had alcohol, the first time we were at this spaghetti dinner out in Magna that they host every year, and my mom and my grandma had one of those little tiny cups of wine. And I go, Mom, can I have a sip of that? She goes, absolutely not, no way. I'm like, okay. And so I'm sitting in between her and my grandma, and I go, Grandma. She goes, yeah. I'm like, can I have a sip of that? And she goes, and literally she just, it's bitter, you won't like it. I tried it, and I'm like, oh, you're right. And she's like, see, I told you, takes it back. First time I ever had alcohol, Mom doesn't know to this day. Second time.
Hopefully she doesn't watch.
Oh, she
doesn't.
doesn't.
She doesn't.
She doesn't. If she did, I would never be able to see you guys again. Not that would stop me, but
What do we do?
and so
Nothing. Please continue. I'm intrigued.
she hates that I even think about the word fuck, and that is like one of my favorite words to say.
It is. I know
Yeah.
it's one of your favorites.
It's a very magic
Like I'll
word.
sit there and like to myself.
She says it a lot.
No, to myself, I will just sit there and I'll be like flipping through book pages. No, fucking damn it. My mom goes, "Watch your language," and I'm like, "How the hell did you hear that?"
You know,
F word
but no,
in
this-
my
this is-
good Christian household.
Yeah. No, second time is we were all sitting over Thanksgiving and my grandma makes like chocolate rum mousse. I don't remember the brand, but you know, like she bakes it and gets all the actual like alcohol out, so it's just the flavor. And so they're sitting there talking, and it was her, my mom, my grandpa, and my dad. And I stand up and I'm like over cleaning the kitchen, and I like open the cabinet where it is, and I look up and I'm like, honest to God, I wonder what that tastes like outside of the mousse. So I grab it and I look at it, and there's like that much left in the bottle, and it's old because she doesn't even use that much to make the mousse, so it's old. So I sit there and I open the bottle, and I
in
kind of
alcohol terms, that's aged.
no, once it's been opened, that's old. That's old.
You have to remember, I'm so used to calling Brandon old that everything is just old now.
He's not aged.
But then,
He's aged. I don't know if that's worse or better.
But anyway, so I sit there and I go like that, and it touches the tip of my tongue, and it felt like I just got shocked by lightning. So I just, and my grandma turns, what? And my mom starts cracking up. And so I put it away. I'm like, what the hell, huh? And she goes, I watched that entire thing, and I knew you weren't gonna like it. And my grandma goes, did she try the rum? My mom goes, yeah, and she just goes, stands up.
So what you're telling me is
Okay.
you're not actually coming from a ginger line of family at all.
Okay.
I was
Oh,
adopted.
lie.
I have no
Okay.
idea anything about my actual lineage.
Your grandma sounds awesome.
My grandma is, no, my grandma is who raised me. Like, she is a November 24th Sagittarius. I am a November 30th Sagittarius. She is literally this tall.
There's someone
so
shorter
about the
than
same
you.
height as you.
She's also hunched over now.
Oh,
But
okay.
even like, she used to be my
That's the
height when she could
exception.
stand up straight. She's about that big around. I think the last measurement we got, she was 72 pounds, wears a size 00 petite. So,
No,
the
it's
ankles are about that big. right?
it's funny you say that because my grandma's just as short. She's 4'2", 4'3".
Yeah.
I was shorter now. I was taller than her when I was 10. When I was 10 years old.
Oh, I know.
It's
But,
like it's funny.
And then the third time I was just at a bar, and I'm like, that looks citrusy. I want to try it. And it was in a giant ass fishbowl margarita.
I love
Is-
fishbowl margaritas.
Yeah.
Is your mom's family French? Because they very much seem like they are.
No, they were just fun. No,
Well, I don't know if you call French fun, so there you
well,
go.
no, like my grandma is pretty much just like me, but not as stupid and loud. Like, she's a spitfire. She'll tell you off. She'll tell you what she thinks, but she'll back you up, you know. And she'll let you try alcohol when your mom is like foaming at the mouth, you know. And
I want to take
my
a peek
grandpa-
inside your mind one of these times.
Don't.
All of your
Yeah,
emotions
you
are
don't want to
taken.
see the crazy that's in there.
And see, even like Jay's met my grandma, and Jay absolutely loves my grandma. But anyways, my grandpa, he was this like 5'11". You look at him and you just think total earthbender. I mean, he had big palms. He was big in stature. You'd always hear him like, he's sitting there and just, oh my God, and he just starts singing from the other room just to be heard. You know, he was actually a really good singer, and he played guitar and everything. so cool. He rebuilt classic cars. He had skydived 65 times in 30 years. Broke his leg once landing.
Yeah.
At least
Because he
that's
landed
always
he landed in irrigated fields. He and my grandma used to ride Harleys cross country. Like, they were more like me, whereas my mom is like I am a businesswoman. Women should not burp, fart, or say fuck. It's like, I love my mom.
So the opposite of you.
Yeah, like, I love my mom, don't get me wrong, but she is the very 50-year-old business class woman that has to have her hair and makeup and outfit on point. And I'm just like,
The first time
So,
I met your
it's more
mom,
round
the
than
literal first thing you said when we
But
walked
yeah,
in your
like,
house
first
was,
day.
"Mom, I have company. Please don't be naked."
yeah, that was my mom hates when I say shit like that because it embarrasses.
Great.
She gets mad that I swear and burp and all that, or like anything, because she thinks it ruins her image. Which I'm like, why do you care? But whatever. But it's like, I say stuff like that just to get her to go, Carly Ray! Or like freak out, and it's so freaking fun to get her worked up sometimes.
She has said that to me about coming through the garage. Like, what if I'm naked? And I just respond, I'm like, why are you naked in the house, in the kitchen cooking?
Yeah.
What do I do doing this?
No, and like, so my best friend and I, we have like open doors policies.
if it's anything like anime, you have to have the apron on, and you got to be cooking for your significant other.
No, so
Just the apron.
Unless
No,
it's,
my dad
unless it's
would've been like,
Fire
"Put your
Force,"
clothes
and
on.
she doesn't know how she got into only the apron because she was wearing clothes not that long ago.
Exactly.
But no,
That
it's
sounds like
like,
a
so my
very
best friend and I have like an
interesting
open door policy where it's like we just come and go. It's it's her house is cool like that. And my mom's like, you really need to knock or ring one of the doorbell, because what if you walk in and her brother or her dad are naked? I'm like, why are you even thinking about that? Like, what? And so, yeah, I say non-Christian shit just to get her all riled up sometimes, and it's so fun.
That's fair.
So, yeah, but that's literally 2 of the 3 times that I tried alcohol was either my grandma egged it on or my mom wasn't watching.
So
It's-
how we go from talking about Mason talking about what he was talking about before to this? Because I'm curious.
It's CB, we just do.
I think it's you.
fluid.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
Oh, God damn, guys.
I will live
realize
on.
I didn't say it this time.
It wouldn't be
I
a
live
thing
on.
if you guys wouldn't say it.
It's definitely more of a thing on our podcast than it is on here now.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like, we make fun of it, like, it's all connected. You realize just by the fact that we say it, it keeps it alive.
Yeah, we know.
We have to keep Brandon alive somehow. He's
But
so
do
old,
we?
he should be gone now.
The defibrillator will only work so many
Yeah.
times.
Especially if the defibrillator's not connected.
But it is connected!
Oh, that was good.
We're gonna bring it around town.
I meant to tell you, we covered the walls, the Stefan Watson story. You said that earlier, that we covered the walls with vomit when you.
No, that was Brandon when he got drunk at Caden's house last.
No, when you were drinking with your siblings and you had to go to school the next day. You said
Yeah.
we covered the walls. I said
Yeah.
that'd be a great autobiography for you.
We
Well,
covered.
We covered the walls.
Can you
Stefan
explain to
Watson.
them Tyler's autobiography you came up with before we hit record?
What about mine too?
Yes, please.
And mine? That was a good one.
Oh, pain.
Pain. I mean, that's not wrong, but for either
What
one.
Pain
what were we
by
talking
Carly.
Literally though.
Tyler's was something like, is it offensive to be hard?
What was mine? I don't remember what mine was.
Okay, so to put this into
We
perspective
don't
for
need to.
that,
We don't need to. Just leave it at that.
it was hard or soft. That's all I'm gonna say.
So confused by half this team.
And I believe the title was supposed to be, is it offensive to be flaccid?
That's what it was. That's what it was. Okay.
That's what it was
I
supposed to
remember.
be. It's like Schrodinger's cat.
It's like Schrodinger's cat. You don't know whether it's hard or soft till you open up the box.
Or the pumpkin, if you're Brandon's case.
There's
Oh
poison in the box.
God. Why?
Pumpkin.
Wash fucks a pumpkin. At least on Tumblr.
When does that happen?
Okay, but we
Every
love
October!
Was it last Halloween or the Halloween before? I think it was last Halloween.
That doesn't sound like every
Tumblr, the RVB Tumblr was going nuts. Like, instead of, the dick in a box, it was Wash's dick in a pumpkin. And so everyone was like,
Oh
Wash is
my
in a
God.
pumpkin.
I thought you were talking about your bird.
Was
The
it
topic you said is not to talk about birds.
was it
That's
like,
why I was confused.
Was it like the full Monty where like they've all got a box there and then he comes out with a pumpkin and he lets his hands go and he's like, so how do you guys keep yours up?
No, we are gonna do that shoot this
He wants
year.
to. He wants to have it
about
just his
pumpkin.
helmet and a pumpkin. Nothing else.
Is it a jack-o'-lantern or is it a pumpkin?
Whoa.
Probably a pumpkin, because if we
I'll
went
light it up.
jack-o'-lantern, that would probably be
Or does it define as a jack-o'-lantern once you put it on?
Mason, I
It
love
is,
where
it
your
is over
brain
the head,
goes.
so.
I have a lot of questions.
Mason,
I am
it
going to talk
depends.
about the pumpkin for the rest of my life.
Oh, and
Listen, it depends on if you're hard or flaccid.
I love where Mason's
But the real
mind
question
goes.
is, though.
Okay,
Wait.
we're losing people.
No, hang on
so.
a second.
No,
Is
we're
there
we're
a 200-foot pumpkin for Stefan?
you can roll it up like a fruit by the foot.
it's really long, but it's not very
Think of it
wide.
like an elephant's trunk. It rolls up and.
Can we stop talking about my dick, y'all?
So when
We tried to move the subject on. She brought it back.
I do that.
So when I was a kid, we grew those Atlantic giant pumpkins.
Oh no.
We did. We had this huge one, like I could fit in it. Like when I was a little bit small, you could fit in it. That's how big it was. We put it on our porch. Someone stole it off our porch. Like, why would you steal a giant pumpkin? It was heavy as
To
hell.
make the biggest
How
pumpkin
did you
pie
steal
ever.
it?
To make the biggest.
Apologize.
They
pie
don't
ever.
even make good pumpkin pies.
Yeah, no,
they
they
really
don't.
taste
No, they
terrible.
taste horrible. They just look cool.
My mom, speaking of like weird things from the garden, my mom found these cucumbers that were like little, like they had little bumps all across them like that, and they're about that long. And I'm like, what the hell is this, Mom? She goes, oh, it's a cucumber. And I'm like,
Dickwad.
did he pull his shirt up?
No, I was reading his shirt.
Oh. Can we stop talking about my dick, y'all? Is a great podcast title. This is why we're friends. Can I go back to my seat? Thank you.
Apple Podcasts and Spotify will not let me have that as a title.
What if you put D and then 3 stars?
I'm pretty sure they'll see through the ruse.
What if you
Yeah, but it's still censored.
What if you call it rolled up pumpkin?
Mason coming in.
See, this is Garrick.
Jesus.
This is Garrick.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Wow, that's you a question.
I knew I brought you on the team for a reason. I was not expecting this.
Yeah, we all have lots of regrets. So
I am so glad you're coming out to RTX.
Oh,
god.
I was telling him about Garrick at RTX last year before, and he's like, I swear he didn't know what to think about.
No, it's because he made like an off comment the other day like that. It was last week during the podcast. And I was just astounded. I was like, where the hell did this come from? innocent little man over here is
Garrick.
coming sideways.
He's a demon.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Like I said, there's a reason why. Like, he's such the deceptive little punk. All right, that's why I love him to death.
It's somebody unrolling, and then he
Whoa.
throws a curveball.
So, one of the last things I definitely want to go and talk about before we wind up ending this podcast is for everyone that is down over at Area 51 right now that hasn't been either shot, arrested, or something else in that.
Why are people? Never mind. Go ahead.
What?
Don't yell at me. You scared me.
Do you not know about this whole thing? I'm not on social media, and I know about it.
Why are people over there? I didn't know that was even a thing. I thought that was just a movie.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
We
sorry.
need to have a serious talk about this real
Let me
quick.
get my notepad.
Okay.
Do you know people? Do you talk to people outside of the group?
No, I hang out with you guys the most. You guys
That
are the people I hang out with the most.
Do you
Mason.
go to social media at all?
Have
I
you
I want you
ever
to read my shirt.
Have you
First
ever
annual-
heard?
Okay.
Have you ever heard about Area 51?
There was that movie Planet 51.
Do you know what
Oh
Area
my
51
god!
is?
Oh my god!
Do you know what Area 51 is?
I know it's like a government secret site for aliens.
Okay. Okay.
I love the door.
I'm out.
I'll just
I'm out.
okay,
Bye,
I'll
everyone.
leave him
Read
to
it
his own
out
thinking.
loud.
The first annual Area 51 Fun 5K Fun Run, September 20th, 2019. They can't stop us all? That is not true.
Okay,
Absolutely can.
I love the way that he started reading that. He's like, Sunday.
Okay,
The first
that's
annual.
If you're wondering.
Okay, but you know that meme list of like the different people out Area 51, and one of them literally is like, guys, please don't. They can't
Wait,
stop you
okay.
all. We need that for CB.
Can we please? Are we going to explain this to him?
No.
No.
Mason, what do you think? Please explain to me what you think the raid on Area 51 is.
So does Area 51 do more than aliens or no?
Your choice. Come on.
Just explain it.
They're freeing aliens. That's
So you're saying they're
That's maybe
PETA, but for aliens?
I don't know what you mean by PETA.
P.E.T.A.
Oh my god.
I'm so done. I'm so done.
Welcome to this being done. Sorry, please continue about people getting shot and arrested.
I need to stop at PETA for aliens, alright? I'm writing that down.
Please do.
PETA for aliens. Should I look that up or later?
Mason, you do exactly what your heart tells you to do.
I know that I have led me astray.
Mason, just be sure that Safe for Work tab is like checked for your Google searches.
I don't think he probably turned that off.
I didn't know that was a checkbox.
Yes, this podcast has been mind blown every time with Mason. Every time.
I don't try to.
Oh my
I just come in and people make fun of me.
We're not making fun of you. We're laughing with you.
Nope,
No.
Definitely.
Laughing
Let's
in
go
his
free
general
game.
direction.
It was
Okay,
in
but
the movie
Mason.
Monsters, right? That 2009 movie. Monsters.
You're not making this any better. You
No.
need to stop.
No.
Next, you're about to say Men in Black, alright? And I'm going to tell you right now, even bigger stop.
Mason, what
Yes.
does the word raid mean?
A bunch of people attacking another bunch of people.
Okay.
I'm so glad he didn't think of bug spray.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, so Area 51 raid. What does that mean?
A lot of dead people.
That was good. That was good.
That's what that means.
That was good.
Yay!
And this is where the good shit goes from.
Oh, Mason, please never change. I try to, but people don't want. People want me to change.
Always be you. Always be you.
I try, but everyone else.
We're going to explain this to you. Unfortunately, it will have to be after the podcast because we are coming up over.
It's
on
okay
time.
though, because I think he's the only one who doesn't know about it.
Pretty much.
Okay, please continue. I will shut them out.
It's okay. So, for you guys that have joined us, thank you guys for joining us over on this episode of the Crack Brain Podcast. Next week we'll be back like normal. I have no idea who's planning on being over on the next episode. We'll figure that one out. Until then,
Can I
wait,
comment?
what?
I'm sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
Stay
You were
tuned
saying
for
that.
I believe.
Stefan's Scared Month.
Yeah, so October, get ready for Valsafana!
Get ready for that!
Also, to make sure to check out our website for merch.
Soon.
We have new items coming out very soon.
Yeah, so we should be having some new things. Actually, we're gonna reopen the Crack Brain store, not the Shopify one. We're gonna reopen the regular store. And at the same time, we're gonna reopen the Shopify store. So more information coming on that soon. My life is going to be utter hell with inventory, but that's my thing. Anyway, this is Stefan signing off. Who are y'all?
I don't know.
Ah.
I'm
Shot.
Ethan Hunt, and I will be helping on the raid. Let's go, guys.
No.
I'm Candace,
I can do the
and
impossible
I'm
mission.
gonna go drink a bottle of NyQuil and pass out.
I'm
Candace,
Tyler.
everyone.
I'm gonna spend way too much time playing video games.
Yes, let's be geese!
Geese!
Goose!
I'm a goose.
You.
Me.
Who are you?
I don't know.
This is the mysterious redhead of the group.
I'm just an enigma.
That's a Carly.
And then...
What's a Carly?
I am Mason. Hello.
That's Garrett.
I will be under my rock
This
in
is-
my barrel
this is
if you need
Garrett.
me.
You're in a barrel under a rock.
Yes.
Is it filled with pickle juice, though?
No, and I emptied out a long time ago.
Oh.
It's just dry.
Do you put a
It's
tarp
sad.
over the rock to make sure it doesn't get wet?
I don't want my rock
That's part of
weathered.
the risk.
You like your rock weathered? Bye, everyone!
Brandon needs to say who he is.
Please tell us, Brandon.
Brandon.
Who are you?
What's a Brandon?
Brandon is the one that's looked bored over here the entire time.
He always looks
The
that
one who's
way.
been staring into the camera with
That's-
dead eyes.
That's just his face.
I'm glad someone
Why does this
knows.
say
Yes.
Mason Snow? Oh.
Because it does. So until then, people, we will talk to y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hey, we finally got good streak status, Ethan.